to our 172nd meeting, I believe it is. I'm going to share my screen here, and I'm hoping you can see. If you can let me know.
Yeah,
you guys,
we can.
okay, cool. All right, so I sent out the update. It was pretty large because I had 2 weeks to cover. So I am trying something new. So if you have feedback on this format, let me know. But I just wrote down the summary, the queries for the period where we had 23 merged and 41 created in that period. The most active repos. Thought that was interesting. And then a key highlights section. I did notice the report's getting pretty long. And so if you guys can think of areas I can cut or not needed, let me know. We had, the overall themes here and the the platform status. I separated into testing and the pieces around testing like FastPath, test plan, HA, churn testing, all this stuff, DPU upgrade. And then a review of PRs, open issues, and basically kind of a closeout here where the most important things we were working on. And then I also did change this to a weekly rhythm sheet here, the PR rhythm. So we have them, week over week, that's at the bottom. So September, October, November, December, all the way up through January, February. How many were merged, how many were created, and then these statuses in our to-do, draft, in progress, waiting review. So just thought that might be more interesting than, to see it over time than the other way I was doing it. And then down here is kind of our standard, how we do our meeting. I've been leaving off the to-do and the draft and in progress because it's getting really long. So I have, awaiting review, merge, and done this week. So last time we had quite a few done, so that was a lot. And then, of course, the links to the YouTube channel for the recording. So I'm going to stop talking. Do you guys have any feedback on that? Or if it's looking too long?
That looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
So this was useful, I think, for somebody starting new. This helps.
It's long, but what we go over is often so deep down in the weeds technically, and so I tried to do like a summarization at the top here for like Liwa and Deepak and Rishabh and kind of like the leadership team, and then go deeper into it down there. But anyway, it doesn't have to be right now. But if you think of something that could be improved, let me know. And thanks for that feedback. And then this week, kind of interesting. So I thought it would kind of be a slow week because it's only been 7 days. But what I have here is, the number created over our weekly timeline. We had 17 created this last week. So that was quite a lot actually. And of course, I'm filtering the PRs on DPU dash or SmartSwitch in the title or body. So that's what I'm grabbing from the repos. So quite a lot. And then if you go over to the merged query, which is kind of the same thing, we had 16 merged this last week. So I don't know if there's one you guys want to go over in particular, or I can just pick out a few that I thought were interesting. So please interrupt me and let me know. So yeah, so I thought that starting at the top here, this is Sonic Host Services. Maybe I can. There we go. So we had some in Sonic Host Services, and this is more the coding stuff here, fixing pieces and bugs, etc. I did notice that the dash add config churn tests was completed, and I know that was done by Lawrence, and I think it was a request of Prabhat and Michael to have that done. So that one was finished, if you guys want to cover it. Or we also had clean up this database here, the app in the state DB, and I remember Prabhat was wanting this one done. So Prabhat, was this done to your satisfaction?
Yeah, I had reviewed it.
Yeah, you were okay with it? Okay. Awesome. And then we got a new one here, Cynthia, from adding tests for the metering feature, and it's been merged. And so if you guys want to take a look at it, it looks like there was, I don't know if Cynthia, do you want to go over it yourself or do you want me to do it here? Might be better if you do it.
This test use just covers dash metering features,
Hmm.
and then it just configures a meter policy and associate to the ENA and then validate that, and also associate a meter class to the routing entries and also to the mapping entries, and then see that mapping derivation, all those things. And a traffic is there, whether it's classified on the proper metering class.
Test
Yeah.
results here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Did anyone have questions for Cynthia on this one? Thanks a lot. I know you turned that around pretty quickly, so thank you very much. I remember Lawrence got this one done, move route rule table priority to key. I'm trying to remember why exactly this one was important, but it had been open for a little while. So the inbound routing header had the router entry priority as part of the key. We wanted to prevent having multiple entries with the same priority, so that's kind of why he did that. So that was completed. And this one, rename trusted VNI to trusted VNI's list. So another Lawrence PR. And I guess they did an update to the protobuf API to support multiple ranges for a single ANI or appliance. So preserving backward compatibility. So we've been kind of waiting on this one for a while, just because we wanted to have that in the future. So kind of cool. And I know we were working on the Trixie patches, and I think the only other one that I thought was interesting, these two down here, BFD sessions only to NPU this is HA work. I know Ramesh, you're always interested in HA, but and Fred, but this is the work that was done by Fred. I think Ramesh must have dropped, so he had an all hands that he had to drop to attend, but this was the work he did here for BFD and DPU VIPs. And then the last one, just another Cisco contribution, added the HA to program-HA scope and HA set tables. Here. Programmed by the controller, contains the config for HA scope DPU. Yep. So that was done and merged. And so I was, like I said, I was pretty surprised that so much got done in this last 7 days, or else I would have canceled today's meeting. But I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing that. And I was hoping to make this a bit of a shorter meeting because I have to go do a presentation. But Srini, is there any questions you have, or Prabhat, is there anything you want to cover?
Senthil, all our commits are merged, right? I think styles and all that.
I think I have pinged Prince Sunny and Prabhat. I think, yeah, only one PR is outstanding is there. Yeah.
Do you want me to show that PR, or do you think it's under
No,
control?
this is specifically AMD platform support for
Yeah,
the TC
okay.
2025. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
I've requested, we need to merge it. I
Thanks,
don't
Prabhat.
I don't have much permissions for 2025 now.
And I guess the only other thing, Prabhat, was that I think maybe you joined a bit late. I do share those meeting notes once a week, and I'm afraid they're getting a little bit long. I don't know if you received these, or so if you had any feedback around, is it too long? Are there things I can change? Please let me know. It just seems like it's getting to be a pretty big report. Okay.
It's fine now as far as I mean, at least for me, it's useful.
It is? Okay. All right. And then I guess the last question would be, do you guys like it like this, or do you like the way I was doing it before? Because I can go back and forth. Srinivas, so you wouldn't know because you've
Yeah,
only
yeah,
received
it's
the new
clear.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Well, if no one has an opinion, then I'll just keep tinkering with it, try and get it down to the right audience. Murcia, did you have anything this week you were waiting on or wanted to cover?
No, nothing for this week.
Nothing for this week? Okay. All right. And I hope Swami might be coming back in the future too, from Keysight. So he'll be maybe coming back to these meetings. But that's all I had for today, guys. And unless you guys have anything else, I can give you some time back.
Thanks.
Okay,
Thank
yeah,
you.
3, 2, 1. Okay, thanks everyone
you.
for coming.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.